Senzo says, have you found a player yet, Johnny? Did TRK lie to me? Wait, what is happening? I don't know what's happening here. TRK told me Senzo wanted to play. He said Senzo wants to play, he wants to practice. Yeah, now he's just saying go, go, go. Senzo says, Senzo, did he put you up to this? I feel like TRK might have lied here. He just wants to style on Senzo. He said I was farming twos till he dragged me out of Discord. Okay, well let's see what happens here. Senzo versus TRK. And let's see what Senzo can do. It's EU server because the ranked and private match servers for Saudi Arabia are not that good. That's why, well, it's one of the reasons why all of the Middle Eastern players play on the EU servers. But that's not the case for RLCS. For RLCS, they use different servers. They use much more stable ones. So that's why when it's RLCS, you'll see the Middle Eastern teams and players playing on the Middle Eastern servers. But for private matches and ranked, tends to be EU. So that's why we're going to be on EU here. Senzo, a little bit more ping than TRK. You think he lives further away from Europe. TRK is probably in Riyadh right now, I would imagine, in preparation for Worlds. Great recovery there by Senzo, and he'll be happy that he got the boost to control the falling play as well. TRK relentless in his pressure as always. I think based on the fact that he said go, go when I was making sure that Senzo actually wanted this match, I think TRK might be trying to obliterate Senzo here. These guys are great friends, by the way. You know, some people might think that they have a massive rivalry. Well, you know, Senzo said TRK is going to quad flip reset him. He didn't quad flip reset him, but I think he just... Yeah, I might say Senzo. He did just triple reset him. So not quite the quad, but still pretty ridiculous. Johnny, Senzo says bring an actual ones player here in now, Johnny. Wait, he's got one! Senzo! Never mind, I've got it. Oh, I don't even need... I was going to give him some praise. I was going to give him some motivation, but look at that kickoff. Big on the infield, big on the inside. Hook kickoff straight into the goal of TRK. Now, TRK is paying attention there. He'll know not to really go very side on to the ball against Senzo. Senzo knows how to do the most important kickoff in 1v1, which is a goal side flip onto the inside of the ball. Senzo fakes the takeoff, decides to bail out of that one. I think his boost was going to run out if he went for a full air dribble towards TRK's goal there. Now he messed up his wave dash. Panic stations for Senzo. Followed up by a pretty calm play to not throw himself too quickly at that ball. However, he has conceded possession to TRK, who plays for another reset. Senzo's faked the jump. TRK plays for the boost steal, but this is great boost management by Senzo. Oh, he's panicked though. Oh dear. Oh no, Senzo. You're doing so well. Honestly, I think this might turn out to be a Joyo debut-esque show match, where initially it's like lots of blunders, lots of panicky moments, but as soon as he starts to just calm down, I think he's actually got a chance to take a game here. Even against TRK, I think he might have a chance to take a game. Oski says, Johnny, I'm down to play TRK tomorrow when your internet's in Poland is good. You're on a laptop, haha. Okay. I'll see what I can do. I do have one window for a show match tomorrow, actually. Let me check and see when it is. Maybe I can just tell you right now. That's a great bump. Senzo's on the board again. It's only a 1-goal game here. And that was a very nice play by Senzo. Watch TRK's POV. You'll see a massive lift onto the ball right there. TRK didn't anticipate such a high pop with the air dribble. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing the spring split, the RL Pro Awards reveal for the spring split at 6 p.m. UK time. I've got a Durali versus Ivan match at 4:15 UK time. So right between there, like 5 p.m. UK time, which I believe is 6 p.m. in Poland, Oski. That's my one show match window for tomorrow. Not sure if that works for you. Yeah, Ivan Durali tomorrow. That's going to be a wager as well. Nice save by Senzo, who again has managed his boost very well in defense. Plays for the demo at speed. This is good stuff from Senzo. He's got another goal. TRK's out of position. He's not showing enough respect to Senzo. TRK, I think, was not expecting Senzo to just stay with this one and ball chase the entire way, but Senzo made the correct play. The correct play is absolutely to go there for the ball, not to back off for the boost. So not only has Senzo got a handy kickoff, but he's also pressuring the ball, as he should. Can he stop the TRK? Flip resets. Another one goes past him. This time, it's a fake, but it's just as deadly. 4-3. This seems to be the biggest problem Senzo's got right now, is how is he going to stop TRK's aerial game? The rest of the matchup seems playable, but that doesn't seem playable. Senzo's actually won this kickoff. It's almost into his net, but since it isn't, he's going to collect it in the back corner. Bit of an awkward ball to get an air dribble started with. That's why Senzo does just play it away. Might go for the demo instead. Plays for the boost steal. Senzo safely slots himself in front of TRK. TRK's boost management is quite exceptional here. Senzo's got to be careful. I don't think he realized how much boost TRK had. He's underestimated his opponent, and TRK runs the ball the entire length of the pitch and into Senzo's goal. I saw an interesting interview with Senzo on the Rocket League Esports subreddit recently. I think it was Nawiz conducted an interview with Senzo. They talked about the World Championship, and they talked about the expectations Senzo's got for him and his team in his region. Yeah, very interesting stuff. I'd recommend you go find that. It's on the Rocket League Esports subreddit. If you just go on this Rocket League Esports subreddit and search Senzo at the top, I'm sure the interview will be the top search result. I'll double check that that does in fact happen before I have people complaining at me that it didn't. Senzo in chat right now, by the way, for those of you watching in low res, has just typed that he watches Jack all the time and he knows things about ones, but he lost all his knowledge somehow, he says. It's clear that Senzo knows what he's supposed to be doing here. You know, execution is a different beast. You know, knowing what you've got to do is only half the battle, maybe not even half, because you've got to then go and execute very awkward low boost positions sometimes to pressure the ball, and it doesn't feel comfortable to do so. TRK is just relentlessly stealing the boost away here and recovering time and time again to keep Senzo in uncomfortable positions, but that bump's not been too effective. TRK almost accelerating Senzo into a counter-attack. Senzo looks to pre-flip onto the wall. He is actually winning this midfield battle at the moment. TRK is completely boost starved. Senzo decides to take his time and get ready for the big flick. Or is it going to be an air dribble bump on target? No, it's a flick to the top corner. Senzo lets rip and scores his 4th goal of the game. More than a respectable game here from Senzo in the opener. He definitely has a chance to win this one. In the final minute, his kickoff has been more than acceptable. His positioning has been on point. And now here he goes with the air dribble. Flip reset for Senzo. Has to 50. TRK came straight into him. What has Senzo got left in the tank here? Not a lot of boost. Mind game unsuccessful. TRK is all over him. One more goal for TRK should be good enough. It's not going to happen though. Senzo keeps him at bay for a few more seconds. TRK's still got a big advantage in this play though. Backs up Senzo with a fake wall shot. Now air dribbles to waste a little bit more time. Senzo, being as boost starved as he is, just has to make desperation saves. He's hanging on here to keep this game at 2-goal difference. And now he decided to make his move. It doesn't work, and TRK will score his 7th goal of the game. Senzo knew that he just had to go there and hope for the best. He's wave dashed and thrown himself at that ball, understanding that if he doesn't, then he's going to lose the game anyway. There's no point sitting back. But well played, Senzo, so far. Just like Golem early reverse Naupo, I think he's got a fighting chance to take a game here, but the series, of course, is going to be another matter entirely. TRK, perhaps best in the world at ones, definitely in the mind of most. Senzo not just coming in here as an unpredictable threes main. He's defended very well there. He's survived for long periods of time against TRK. When TRK is not going all in, TRK is trying to break down Senzo's defense. He's trying to wear him down. Even on his big flip reset plays, he's got recoveries backing them up. So the fact that Senzo's surviving this well is a testament to his mechanical ability and testament to his game knowledge, even if he doesn't have the experience in 1v1. And look at that recovery. That is disgusting by Senzo to stay with TRK the entire way there. And again, refused to concede. Now he catches TRK in the landing. We should see a Senzo lead here. Has to go for the mind game. But then the bottom corner shot is good. Look at the moves from Senzo. Controlled, composed, and accurate. Just when TRK decided it was a mind game, Senzo snipes it past him. Now, thank you to Tofu Wab for the 3-month Prime. Also, Sadie Ref for the brand new Prime. Jay Barayan with the 29-month Tier 1. Marka with the 2-month Prime. Thank you, Zoz, for gifting a sub to Ivan Wu 3334. No idea how I'm supposed to say that. I'm sorry. And Notorious Poggy for the brand new Prime as well. Appreciate you guys. Senzo's goated. Yeah, of course. I mean, this is why I put him in my top 25. You know, Senzo is Senzo. So even if we haven't seen anything from him since the fall major, you know, he's just got that. He's got the winner gene. You know, he just shows up after not playing at all the fall major regionally and dominates internationally for Sandrock Gaming. So of course now he's had far more practice in the run up to the World Championship. You know he's going to be a threat. And that was a bit of a weak kickoff there by Senzo. Tried to push it to the outside this time, and TRK gets a bit of revenge for the kickoff goal Senzo got to open the scoring for him in game number 1. TRK is starting to get a lot of kickoff success here. Senzo knows better than to back off in that position. Likewise, TRK does not leave Senzo any time. Senzo actually overestimated what TRK was capable of in that exchange. TRK briefly lost control. Senzo only expected the best from the player that he does consider the best in the world, not just in ones, but in threes. That's something he did say in his recent interview. TRK, you know, he might be considered best in the world by pretty much everybody in his region and his opponent in this matchup, but he's not able to dominate the way that we thought he would. So again, he concedes an equalizer, this time from an overextension. Senzo fake challenge. TRK doesn't bite. TRK looking to get Senzo to jump into him here, but Senzo is not doing it. He's just patiently waiting. This is awkward for TRK now. Senzo's had a big flick, and we know that he's got an air double bump as well. So in these big run-up positions, TRK probably doesn't feel too comfortable. He has dispossessed Senzo here though. Threatens the immediate shot. It's off the post and back into the same corner. Well, that is a result for Senzo, because he probably thought he was going to be conceding there. He still might if TRK plays his cards right, but instead he backs down. Senzo decides to give away possession and defend with a 100 boost. TRK this time air dribbles successfully past him, and after the pre-jump, Senzo didn't have enough momentum to catch up to the play. I actually didn't see if Oski replied in chat earlier. I think something happened in the game and I totally missed it. I'm going to message him and see what he said. I'll have to see if 6 PM his time works for tomorrow. Again, apologies for typing in the middle of a show match, but we're trying to arrange as many as we can before we go away to the World Championship. Oh, he said he'd let me know tomorrow. Well, thank you for the update. Yeah, I think unfortunately we might not be able to get a Jan match. Mateus was telling me that Jan isn't usually on early, and they finish scrims at midnight my time. I'm definitely not going to be streaming at midnight my time tomorrow because I've got a flight to catch in the morning. TRK gets his 4th. Senzo runs out of boost and runs out of ideas briefly. Yeah, maybe after, I don't know how long the awards show, the RL Pro Awards will take, but probably I'd expect it to take around about an hour, so maybe there's a chance afterwards that we could sneak in a Jan match. I'll message Mateus again, see what he's saying. Look at this from Senzo. Not just an impressive midfield display, but also a bit of a kickoff repertoire. Oh, he's played that one a bit greedily though. TRK drives up, fakes him, and says thank you very much. That was a nice team play reminiscent of the fall major. KV1 versus Jan. Yeah, we definitely need to get KV1 versus Jan at some point, but since they're both from South America, I would probably prioritize Jan versus someone who's not from South America as a main matchup. Nice little double there by Senzo. He's playing TRK very close here. This is so unbelievable to see. Like I said earlier, it's not just because he's... like some threes players come on, play extremely weird Rocket League for 1v1 and confuse a ones main. Senzo's not really played weird, he's played meta, and he's still playing close to TRK. He just decides to go here, knowing it was a position that's quite difficult for TRK to get a direct wall shot on target from. You see TRK's composure though, he's just not afraid of these 50-50s. That's a decent flick. Senzo pre-jump close to it. And TRK slots it over his head. But yeah, once Yan and KV1, I mean, if Yan and KV1's the only matchup that would be available, I would obviously do it. But while players are at an international LAN, I try and get international matchups as a priority, and then once they're back in Brazil, I'll try and get a Yan KV1 for sure. Tried to get one before they left for the LAN, but I wasn't able to. I think Senzo really scoring this. He's landed pretty poorly, trying to deflect it back towards TRK's half, who's up for this, has the reset, but unable to get back up to the ball, so you'll just use that as a recovery method. Senzo has to score here. He's trying to path over small pads to get any kind of chance. And now he just has to get a lucky 50-50 into the net, or a pinch, or a goal right this very second. Senzo's going for it. He's rushing, and he just misses it. That was a good try. He knew he had to rush there. There's absolutely no time to waste. Had to double it in with 1 second left. And it proved to be just a touch too difficult. For the record, by the way, I said I was going to check if you search Senzo on the Rocket League Esports subreddit at the top of the search bar. It does, in fact, load up his interview that he did with Nawiz. So that's what I'd recommend you to do. Go to Rocket League Esports subreddit, search Senzo at the top bar, where it's got a little search function. And you'll have a great translated interview to read from Senzo, who, as most of you guys will know, does actually speak perfect English, so maybe I'll be able to snag him for an interview. Oh, that's another update I meant to give you guys. Totally forgot about this, in fact. But I've been told that we will actually have access to streaming setups while we're at the World Championship this time around. It's a big event, long event, so we requested... Need boost, says Senzo. I think he was trying to convince TRK that he missed the quarter boost there. Like I was saying though, so we've requested stream setups and we've been informed that we actually have them. Oh my goodness, look at Senzo's control! This guy is just built different. He air dribbles over TRK for 1-0. But yeah, like I keep saying before Senzo rudely interrupts me with another big play, I might be able to do some stream content from the wildcard event from the World Championship. I'm not sure how it's going to look or what's going to be possible. I'm not sure if there will be any chance of doing show matches there. I don't know exactly what the setup is capable of, but if nothing else, I'm planning, if I can, to try and live stream some interviews from the venue. I'll try and get some players to come and chat, because I know in that more casual environment, players do open up a lot more. We've seen that on Rizzo's stream at these events. But yeah, I would love to. I've really enjoyed doing those kind of interviews in the past, more long-form interviews with pros. I might try and do that at the World Championship. If you guys are keen on that, if that sounds like content you'd be interested in, then let me know. Spam a bunch of ones in the chat. I know for a lot of the players who, English is not their first language, especially players like the Middle Eastern players, that they're a lot more comfortable talking in a more casual setting than in a formal stage interview or a big view party setting. So I'll try it, see what we can do. But yeah, maybe there's a chance we get some show matches. Most likely not. I'm not going to give you guys... Oh, what a play. Senzo fakes a shot one way. 50-50s through TRK, the near post. Brilliant game 3 here by Senzo. Not just mechanically, but decision making has been on point as well. He said he watches a lot of Jack's videos. It shows. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to give you guys any false promises. It's most probable that we will not get any show matches at Worlds, because players will just be scrimming and busy doing media and stuff. But good chance they'll be able to, snag some people for interviews here and there. We'll see what we can do. I've got to persuade Khaled to do an English interview, because Khaled's English is top tier. I told you guys about this before, but it's such a funny story. I'll tell it again for anyone else who's not heard it. And that's that I spoke to Khaled at Gamers 8, and I was just chatting away to him about I can't remember what we were talking about. Just general stuff about Gamers 8 and matchups and things. And then I just really, it crossed my mind in the middle of the conversation. I was like, wait a minute, Khaled. Your English is amazing. You could definitely do an English interview when you're this well-spoken. To which he replied something along the lines of, oh, no, my English is not good. Maybe my written English is good enough, but not talking. And I'm just there like... I think you've just proved yourself wrong there. Listen to what you just said. It's a fairly advanced answer, and he pronounces everything spot on. Like, this guy is something else, man. His English mechanics are unbelievable. But it's something that, you know, the French community and the Saudi Arabian community are all quite consistent with, and that's that they're not confident in their English, and they have very high standards. So if they're not speaking completely perfectly, then they don't want to do it. So that's why they say that they've got bad English. A lot of French pros will say this, a lot of KSA pros will say this, but really they're underestimating themselves. They speak perfect English, if you ask me. Look at Senzo, by the way. He's going to get a lead here if he reads this properly, and of course he does. He is on point. Senzo matching TRK for pace, and for the first time in the series, one-upping him in terms of ideas. As we could see from the initial moments in the first game these two played, he really looked like he's got a fighting chance to take a game, and this is it. Senzo dives and catches TRK napping. He knows that he's got to go at some point. I mean, I'm so impressed not just by the positioning of Senzo, but the decision making. He knows that he's got to be aggressive against TRK, and look at this, he does it again, twice in a row, surprises TRK with a lunging challenge in the back corner, recovers quickly, and puts in a 2-goal lead again. Minute and 45 left. Can TRK come back? Will Senzo get a game against him? And at that point, you know, looking at how this matchup has gone, how big do you dream? Well, Senzo's got to be careful, because he's had a couple of successful aggressive challenges there. But if he keeps doing this, then TRK will definitely see it coming. And I think he does see it coming here. Yes, you've got to mix it up. You've got to try some drive-by demos. You've got to try some fake challenges. You've got to try some full shadowing plays. Senzo has been mixing it up until now. Oh, TRK is just too good though. Senzo with no chance to get back for this one. TRK slots the ceiling shot for 5-all. Got to think Senzo's going to be infield on this. No, he's gone on the outside. That's a big risk. He's managed to lose the kickoff enough that he's won it. So it works. He's past TRK again. The ball's off target. Senzo's going to play for the boost advantage. High pop denies TRK too much of an opportunity on the ball. Senzo likewise will not be too chuffed about how that went. Here he comes with the full pitch dribble. Flip reset landed. The recovery from Senzo is decent, but TRK has him backed up into a corner again. Boost steal will come through. Senzo's managing his boost. He doesn't have a lot left. Oh, what a play by TRK. Creative as ever, deadly as ever. And just forcing the issue. Pre-flips to center, bumps Senzo off the back wall. Takes a 1-goal lead late in the game. He looks to sweep his former teammate and now rival Senzo, but definitely good friend. Like I said earlier, you know, a lot of people might think these two hate each other since TRK replaced Senzo as a starter for Sandrock Gaming and now continues on the roster that Senzo once played on. I saw these two talking at length many nights at Gamers 8 at the hotel, many times. You know, it's at 3 in the morning every single night. Senzo and the entire KSA player base at the hotel would just arrive and all jump in the pool at 3 in the morning. Yeah, Senzo and TRK had a lot of long conversations I could see across the other side. How's this last one going to go? TRK's past him. Didn't need a demo this time, just a clean beat. And Senzo might have thought he was being sneaky here. TRK could see him coming. It's not a position you can really sneak into a challenge with your opponent. 16 seconds left. Senzo plays a safer kickoff, but TRK beats him on that one as well. Senzo has to pre-flip and he's not landed well. TRK will mercilessly score. He's not messing around. He's not here to give Senzo chances. He's here to beat him. If Senzo was going to beat TRK today, it had to be legitimate, and it just wasn't enough. Surely now TRK will close out the deal and sweep Senzo. Senzo thought he was going to get quad flip reset embarrassed. This was far from an embarrassing matchup. Senzo showing that despite his lack of experience in ones, showmatch scene, tournament scene, ranked scene, pretty much any scene, he doesn't play once. He is absolutely in the know of what he should be doing in the matchup, and his mechanics have never been a question. Nonetheless, an expected 3-0 for TRK. He is considered the best ones player in the world for a reason, even up against a player he's heavily favored against, and losing against, he ices up at the end of the game. Senzo says GG's, thank you Johnny for reminding me not to ever play ones again. Yeah, Senzo not a fan of the game mode, but I think really he played that very well. I'm not being overly nice. He played brilliantly. Had a couple of mistakes, surely, as expected, because he's just not as familiar as TRK is with what he's supposed to be doing. But yeah, TRK didn't give Senzo easy opportunities. It's not like TRK was just completely all in every single play, just disrespecting Senzo. No, TRK played a very solid style today, and Senzo still played him close. So, you know, Senzo, you might not enjoy the 1v1 matchup, or you might not enjoy the game mode, but he's definitely a natural when it comes to playing it.